Hi, I'm Scott Willison with the Confluence Fly Shop in Bellingham, Washington. And it is springtime here in the Northwest, and for those of us that like to fish still waters, it means we're going to be fishing a lot of chironomids. So I'm going to share with you a very popular chironomid pattern. This one was originated up in BC, but one that we fish down here quite a bit as well. This is the Zucchini Chironomid, and it's one I really like to fish locally in, say, late May, early June. It can be a good one on Pass Lake and other area lakes when we start to see some bigger chironomids or the bomber chironomids coming off. It's a very good imitation of those. So in my vise, I have a size 12 Daiichi 1760. Definitely one of my favorite chironomid hooks. I'll also tie this in a 10. You can even tie them as big as an 8 or down to a 14. Really good all-purpose. Not quite sure what to start out with for chironomid. This imitates a lot of different bugs. So on the hook, I've already placed a 3/32 inch pearl white tungsten bead, and we're going to go ahead and just get some thread started here. So I've got a bobbin already loaded up with this is black Semperfli nano silk. It's a really strong 12/0 thread, and I like this as a underbody for a lot of my chironomids because it doesn't take up a ton of space, doesn't build up a lot of bulk, and it lays pretty flat as well. So just taking some extra wraps behind the bead so we can begin to build up a little bit of taper on this one. And then I have some size small red ultra wire. And we're going to go ahead and wrap that back right to where that hook first starts to bend a little bit. And we'll take it back up to the front and just build a little bit of taper in here. We're in pretty good shape. Now for the body, I'm going to use just a holographic black flashabou. If you've got black holographic tinsel, that works very well for this as well. I'm going to use just 2 strands here to build up a body. Both the holographic tinsel and the holographic flashabou have this really cool kind of black greenish color. It's almost like a dark olive when you look at it in a certain light, and it is a super cool color. So we'll just wrap that all the way back to where our wires tied in. A few extra wraps up front just to get that nice taper, but key is we really want to keep this fly slender. Skinny chironomids work better than overly dressed ones. So we'll take this now and just wrap that up to our white bead. And I'm happy with the taper on there, so we can get some wraps over it and trim off that excess. Now we'll just go ahead and wrap our wire up. I like to take a couple of wraps at the very back of the fly. Not only does that help keep the wire from slipping, but it also kind of gives the illusion of a little red butt, which a lot of natural chironomids exhibit from that trapped residual hemoglobin that they store in their bodies. And then we'll just sort of helicopter that wire around till that breaks. And then you could finish this up with just a quick little collar. Coat the fly and call it good from this point here, but there's one other little touch that I like to do on my chironomids, and that is add a little collar that kind of resembles the wing buds or wing pads on a chironomid. This is just 70 denier rusty brown ultra thread, and I like this rusty brown or burnt orange. Also makes a really nice finish if you want to give it a little bit of a subtle hot spot. And I'm not going to wrap real far back. We just want to give that nice little illusion of a wing case on the chironomid. And then we will whip finish that as well. Get in there and snip our thread close. And then the last step is just to apply your finish of choice. Some people like to use Sally Hansen's Clear as Nails or Tough as Nails, Hard as Nails, whatever it's called. You can use super glue. I'm a big fan of using the Solares Bone Dry Ultra Thin formula. Creates a really durable finish on your chironomids. Got a nice shine to it. The brush on this one is kind of developed a weird bend in it, but we'll make do. I just want to make sure I've got that fully coated. If you don't coat this, even with the wire in there, this fly is maybe good for a fish or two before it starts coming unraveled. And if you want, you're more than welcome to go over it with a second coat too. But get my light here. And then we're going to rotate it just to even out that coating. And then I'll hit it with the light to lock it into place. So that holographic flashabou is really cool. Depending on how it hits the light, it looks kind of black, brown, olive, sort of like a chameleon in the water. But really straightforward, very versatile chironomid pattern to tie. You should have a bunch of these in your box if you don't already. That is the Zucchini. And you can find the materials for this and many other flies at the Confluence Fly Shop in Bellingham, Washington. Thanks for watching, and please be sure to like and subscribe for more video content. Thanks again, and we will see you in the shop or on the water.